Good morning, everyone. First, I would like to thank you for your kind attention. I'm Ivano Callegari, the Italian sales manager of Cantina Colli del Soligo. Today, I would like to introduce you our Col de Mez DOCG Valdobbiadene line, which includes semi-sparkling and sparkling wines. The grapes used are 100% Glera, produced in the Valdobbiadene DOCG area. The first product is a semi-sparkling wine with the classic Spago binding. It has a pressure of around 2.5 atmospheres, unlike the other sparkling wines which have approximately 5 atmospheres. This is the Asolo DOCG, whose grapes are always Glera. The grapes are harvested in September, when our agronomists verify that the sugar and acidity level of the grapes have reached the correct level of ripening, in order to give the final product and the must those characteristics that will further develop during the fermentation. Once the grapes are harvested, they are squeezed and immediately separated from their skins. When the base must has been obtained, it's fermented at a controlled temperature and turned into the base wine, which then undergoes the second fermentation with selected yeasts in pressure tanks, using the Charmat method. The first sparkling wine we're going to describe is our DOCG Asolo, which is marketed by our company in the extra brut version. The product's second fermentation is stopped when the sugar level is around 4 grams. This process lasts about 30 days in order to give the wine a creamy, fine and persistent pelage. Asolo, unlike Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, has slightly more marked organoleptic features in terms of aromas and sapidity, mainly due to the properties of the soil, which, despite being calcareous like the one of Valdobbiadene, has a slightly higher quantity of iron, giving the wine this trait. Let's go now to the Valdobbiadene DOCG. We're always dealing with the calcareous soil, but this time it's finer, and this gives the wine much more delicate fruit flavors of fresh apple, hawthorn and linden. We therefore perceive a very intense and pleasant spring floral feeling on the palate. It's produced in brut and extra dry versions. In our case, the brut has around 8 grams of residual sugar, while the extra dry has around 15 grams. The brut appears a bit drier on the palate, while the extra dry is softer. All wines ferment for minimum 30 days. Col de Mez line also consists of a rosé, which is not from the DOCG area and whose grapes are Raboso and Pinot Nero vinified in rosé. Once the grapes have been pressed, they remain in contact with the skins for a few hours at a controlled temperature, in order to extract the color that will give the final rosé these nuances. In this case, the product is processed in extra dry, so the sugar level is around 14 grams. All products are vegan, and the Brut DOCG and the extra dry versions are SQNPI certified products, while the Asolo will get this certification by the 2021 harvest. Now, let's see the types of packaging of our articles, in order to give you a complete overview of our Col de Mez line. As mentioned before, we have the semi-sparkling version with the classic spaghetto closure at 2.5 atmospheres of pressure. Then there are the sparkling versions in the various types and formats of 0.75 liters, magnum and 3 liters. The entire Col de Mez line is sold in our personalized glass bottle covered by a patent. It has, therefore, its own character, with a well-defined label whose materials are resistant to ice, water and time. The complete Col de Mez line is supported by POS materials to give a greater value to our products and support you with the presentation to the customers. Thank you for your attention. I hope that you will enjoy these products, and I toast to our winery and our Col de Mez line. Thank you.